10th class physics, chapter 6, part 3, structure of atom. In this session, we are going to know about the spectrum and color of light. When the temperature is high enough due to higher intensity of one particular color, others cannot be observed. If the iron rod is heated at the lower temperatures, it appears red color. Then if heated more, it turns to next color, means orange, then to yellow, and at the higher temperatures it appears white because all the colors are emitted. But when it is in red color, due to higher intensity of the red color, we see it in red, but other colors also are emitted at that temperature also, but they are of lower intensity. That's why we see the rod in red color. But in the spectrum, in the visible spectrum there are 7 colors. It is a continuous one, we think. But Max Planck, in his quantum theory, concluded that energy is always emitted in multiples of h nu, where h is Planck constant and nu is the frequency of the radiation absorbed or emitted. When electron goes to higher level, it absorbs the energy, and when it comes to the lower level, it emits the energy in the form of radiation, that means electromagnetic waveform. The energy for the red color is different from the energy for the blue color. When the electron comes to the lower level from higher level, it emits the energy with a certain frequency. The energy with the same frequency is required to jump to the second level from the first level. Means the difference between these two energy levels is always fixed. Means it has the discrete value. That's why the electromagnetic energy gained or lost is in discrete values, not in a continuous manner. So, for a particular element, when the element is heated, the electrons emits the energy with the same frequency. That frequency is with the higher intensity. So, the flame from the element is with a particular color. That's why different elements emits the different colored flames. The color of flame used to identify the element. We came to know that the color of flame for an element is particular, and the flame can tell us that which element is heated to get that flame. These colors correspond to certain wavelengths of light, and these produce the line spectra. That's why the wavelengths produced by particular elements is called the line spectra. The lines in atomic spectra can be used to identify the element. We know that the fingerprints are used to identify the people. In the same manner, the lines in the atomic spectra can be used to identify the unknown atoms or elements. For example, cupric chloride produces a green colored flame, sodium produces the yellow colored flame, strontium produces the crimson red color flame, and boron a green colored flame. If you follow the videos in the channel, you can see the yellow colored flame with the sodium and green colored flame with copper, etc. So you have to see the videos to get the better understanding. By this, we have understood that the color of flame